copies of tattoos and how we got to it. We talked about models, tattoo models, famous people with tattoos influencing overall taste in tattooing, and people wanting the same thing like that guy have or like that chick have. Influence is there and people want the same stuff. And it's so often that we see same reference every week or every day when people coming in.
Yeah, it's...
That's where it's sketchy subject
Rihanna.
where like, should I copy or not? And then again, like, if people want same tattoo like Rihanna, should you do it or you should...
Then fuck yeah.
Or should you put your own twist to it? But I think you should always, if you have a good idea, you should recommend it and then take it from there. Boom.
Yeah.
Copying tattoos.
Yeah, a lot of artists are making too big deal out of it. I know personally some artists, now I don't want to name it. Yeah, I just think if someone copies my work, I feel blessed in some point. I feel like, oh, cool, I'm as good as that someone wants to copy my work.
Yeah,
but
take it as a compliment.
Yeah, take it as a compliment. But there's some artists who, I don't know, like we talked about how they find these copied tattoos of them.
I think it's very fair to be upset if they copy your work but put it as their own original piece. But if they refer to it or if they don't say anything, they like, look what I did.
It's not nice for a customer who pays money, wants custom design, and his work is copied. I totally understand in that point. I think then you shouldn't promote yourself with that work on internet if you are scared that someone's gonna copy, because that if from the moment you upload on internet means everyone can have access to it. Yeah. So it's like it's a really funky stuff to talk about.
And sometimes I wonder, like, how do you even find them? Because there's like, you're a good artist. Are you following some just new artists, or you searching for them where you're like, oh, this stuff looks like mine, they probably copied it, like, bam, like, let's be angry and then let's post a picture, look, somebody copied my work, all my friends will go, oh, that guy is such a dick because he's copying.
Yeah, and they post in and they make such a big drama out of it, like, oh, and I've been seeing like someone post like once a month, just find somebody copying his work. I'm like, the work you post is almost like the tattoo you can find on Google from millions of artists. It's like not much different from other ones. How do you know it's yours? I don't think it's like a really questionable thing. What's copying?
I was following one dude. He was doing like naked ladies kind of sexy things in done like a traditional, and then it was obviously copies of his work, but he was going so angry on it that it was just entertaining how angry he's getting about it.
Yeah, I know a good friend of mine whose work was copied. He didn't post on internet and made a big drama out of it. He told me how he felt. He said, oh, it's not nice. I don't feel nice, especially that the work was copied so bad. And he wrote the guy about it, and the guy answered him. The guy who copied his work answered him like, fucking... Fuck off. You're a dickhead. You're like, what do you want from me, you know? The work was...
I think it's often like... tattooists don't realize somebody comes in, they say, I want it as it is. They say, maybe I can change it. They're like, no, I want it as it is. So it's like either you do it as good as you can or next guy will do it.
Yeah, also that's true. And
but
there is some tattooers who maybe don't have customers waiting in line, and that one piece gonna make him bread on a table, you know? Like, think that way as well. It's so...
But it's strange to advertise it in your portfolio that like, oh, look what I did.
Yeah, that's wrong from those who copy. I think it's wrong. If you know that you steal someone's work, at least don't post it. Or if you post it, write it down, influenced, or so
yeah, give some love or respect to the guy who made the original.
I did that. You've been doing that even with the flash sheets. You painted the flash sheet and you write it down.
Influenced by like Spider Murphy or Sailor Jerry. Or
that's like respectful.
I like the guy who was that angry guy. Somebody asked, what's fair and what's not? And he was like, it's okay to copy dead artists and like classical art or something. It's like, oh, come on, man. Or like when realistic dudes get upset, it's like that was one example with the
That's the word.
Jack the Ripper, and he's like, oh, this is copy of my sleeve. Once you Google Jack the Ripper, it's the same exact references. So where is the copying? You pieced it together. Your Photoshop skills are similar, and it wasn't
realistic
like
is already copying from no, maybe not from artists, but it's like copying from the picture you find somewhere or get a reference. That's already copying. Like what else you want?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think of course there's also realistic tattooers who do custom stuff and draw their own stuff, but we are talking about basically
Like,
internet. If it's on internet, it's copied.
And sometimes
copyable.
Sometimes it's like maybe it's taken as a reference and it's similar and like
Yeah.
the same. Like there was some famous lady who had a traditional rose there, and then a lot of girls wanted traditional rose there, and it's copying that lady's tattoo and it's doing traditional rose.
Yeah,
but
the idea of it.
which one is that one original traditional rose
Yeah, the ones that was made 100 years ago.
or something? Yeah, so it's a sketchy subject. Like I think it's wrong when you obviously steal and advertise as your own, but at this time of information and references, it's super hard to be original.
I think people don't understand the word copy. I think everything is made on some kind of reference and copying.
There was one
It
dude.
doesn't matter.
There was one dude who was making some colorful, realistic pieces, and then somebody was copying his works and showing off like he's winning tattoo conventions. So the guy commented like, "Oh, well, maybe it's not really your pieces," and that's just being a dick from the guy copying other work and advertising as a. There's also sometimes.
I know, yeah.
Sometimes there's some freaky stuff where a lady had a daughter's name tattooed and somebody else got the same tattoo and said, oh yeah, I have the same because that's my sister's name, and that's like was like, is that creepy or it's sweet? I don't know, because like
in some ways, yeah, it's yeah.
and also if somebody copies tattoo that you have tattooed on you, it's like, okay, you still have the original piece, but how upset can you be? Like, I don't know, David Beckham should be like deeply depressed because his tattoo is one of the most copied tattoos on the planet probably, and I don't know how original that piece is anyway,
Yeah.
because it's the
I just think like if you don't want people copy your stuff, just don't post it on internet. It's that easy. Don't complain about. You know how crazy people like there is so many people are available on internet to just everyone can steal your stuff. If you're a famous model with tattoos, definitely there will be somebody getting inspired by you and maybe try to pretend as you or whatever. So it's like you have, from the moment you post yourself or your tattoo, you have to understand this idea in your head. It's a possibility that someone can copy.
I think if you are a good artist, like really good, you have unique style, you're good at it, and someone copies it, like
It's never gonna be the same as the original.
yeah, there's 95% of chance that they will fuck up. It's not gonna be as good, so good luck for that. And I think people should take it as a compliment. And also into copying stuff, there was lately this thing going around into tattoo fails where dude had a front thing with some cartoony stuff, and somebody copied it on a sleeve, and they copied to the bit where they even copied dude's nipple in that tattoo. So there's that tattoo.
Yeah. Dude, man.
But I think like maybe that's even genius.
Back in days, people it's not like some dude came up with the idea of panther tattoo. it's still copied from the books that some other artists did. You know, like there is always been copying involved, and it's just not internet global thing. Back in days, it's like people were going to the bookstores searching for certain books where some certain artists were drawing in this specific style, and they were tracing in these images. Okay. So it's like this been around forever.
If someone copies your tattoo, like if you are first or one of first who had the first original piece, I understand that you can be upset. I know
you shouldn't be upset.
Yeah, again, your tattoo is so good.
There's so many artists who don't post their work because of that. Like famous, strong, big artists. Get to that level.
Yeah, I followed some story where a lady had like her legs tattooed like a mermaid, and she's probably the only one at that time when it was done. And now there's some lady who's like a model or actress or something, and she had that thing. And just when you see, you're like, oh, this one copied that one. That's obvious. But like, yeah, it's hard. Obviously, it can upset people, but you should realize that once it's out there and once it's cool, somebody will want it. And I think most of the people understand it. It's just funny that somebody flip out on internet about it.
Yeah, and I think most of the people.
The funniest are those headhunters where they're like, oh, somebody copied my work. Look.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's the questioning. I always question this. How do you find that? I want to find my stuff. Maybe no one's copying my stuff.
One of the favorites what I saw was like a realistic lions with these dots of pearls hanging down, and somebody copied it. And it's like, first of all, it's not the most original piece on the planet anyway. Second of all, the artist who was complaining about it was a lot better than the copy. So why would you even find a copycat like that? And why would you be so upset? And that work is not even like so crazy original. So like, yeah, it's a lion with pearls. Probably you can copy that tattoo, or you can find on the first page of Google the same lion.
Don't want to be offended, but I think it's showing off. It's just like, oh, look, someone's copied my stuff. Look how good I am.
Somebody copying my piercings. So what happens? Somebody's copying my piercings. I did a piercing on a lady there. I go into Instagram, hashtag piercings. Bam! Somebody else did exactly the same piercing. How is that possible?
Yeah, like I was walking on the road. I was walking on the street just to get to my work, and I'm like, fuck, someone's copied my haircut. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like, I also once like I worked in a shop, in a shoe shop, and then somebody buys like black Vans
with white stripes on the
with
side?
white stripes.
No,
hour later, somebody else comes in and buys the same thing. I'm like, fuck.
What are you fucking thinking?
Copycat alert. I wanted to make a picture and like post it on the internet. I find the previous guy. I was like, dude, you're in trouble. Somebody copied your shit.
Yeah, and it's not even close to that coolness that previous guy had.
Yeah, that one dude had like, I found him. He
45
had, like, and one had 460 followers, and another one had only like 320. So it's like, whoa.
Yeah, you see. Yeah, I mean, again, I think as long as you have fun, you just do what you do. And
I think tattooing got so big because people were copying each other's shit.
Yeah.
Ideas, reference. I think it's fair to put a reference if you obviously like using somebody else's work.
People even post their own designs, like line works or sketches, you know. That's like the easiest way to copy someone.
I was working with one dude, and he was doing all the time, he was drawing with like a pen, with a blue ball tip pen, and his boss was like, why are you posting designs? Somebody will steal it. And he was like, whatever, like, take it as a compliment, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's I think in general tattoo artists are really sensitive people.
I don't know if you can see it in the frame. There's that deer, and that was copied.
Oh man,
And-
I know the story about this one.
And
And it was so badly made.
one of our tattooists, he was like, "Oh, I saw this," and he showed that picture.
Yeah.
It's like the deer, you know, with the hands. I saw a copy of it. It's like not sort of a copy, but something that's been chewed and spit back. That sort of version of it.
Yeah, man, that's one of these stories where you copy someone's work, but it's so hard to copy it that you
Plus,
fail
the-
it full time.
I think the original was like a front or back piece,
Back piece, I think.
and the copy was like there or there. So, like, the size, the details, and all that, like
It's
it
terrible.
was like
It was so badly made, but that makes it cool. Like, you know, it's cool that there is
make
possibility.
something that cool that it's either recognizable straight away that like, oh, that's copy of that dude's work, or it's so hard to do that you have to be
Imagine if he would do it much better than the original. That
yeah,
would be
I would
amazing.
be like, oh fuck, like,
Yeah, fucking hell.
and also it
I think
brings
it's
to the-
that's the beauty of. I think it's cool that this is a possibility for artists.
but then somebody would take like, I figured out that concept first.
yeah, it's always like that. But still, I think that's the beauty of this modern world where there's so much information, so much things you can copy from others, and like the originality is slowly getting smaller. So I think it's like maybe frustrating for a lot of people too. Back in days, in a classical tattoo shop, you couldn't come and ask for custom design. You know, that wasn't like a common thing. You just pick up from the walls what you have there, and they were doing 100 the same eagle designs for 100 times for 100 people. You know, and that was a normal tattooing. Now in these days, everyone is so special, and everyone calls themselves for amazing artists, and don't copy my work, and blah blah blah. Don't be on internet. So yeah, it's. I think it's more healthy for you to just chill out and do your shit.
Chill the fuck out.
And that's again, I think it's a similar hate thing as when you hate someone doing good on modeling. You know, you just want to point with the finger on someone doing something wrong all the time.
I like how that industry grows where you can see that like somebody who makes it has like a wolf, everyone's like suddenly into wolves.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody
yeah.
have like a tiger with mandalas, everyone's into tigers with mandalas.
Yeah, and every year you just switch from one thing. Then there's owls. Then
Somebody
there's
has a writing there, everyone gets
everyone
right.
gets. That was a big explosion. I think like Monami Frost put the big one in it, right? Like she had a writing suddenly. I mean, this writing's been around forever too, like Chicano style or whatever.
Yeah, just somebody made it famous.
Yeah,
and then,
some some big person got, like someone got big and.
when I was
just
working in
tattoo.
England, everyone was like asking for tattoos here, because there was some. She's a singer in England, I think, and she was like a judge on one of the TV shows. She had a tattoo here, and everyone was coming in like, I want that, and it was like. It's a hard place where to tattoo because they don't heal well and all that, and they're like, I don't care, I want it. And that was like, I think we even had stencils for like Rihanna's tattoos and stuff like that, because it was like, you just see on the news, oh, a picture of somebody's new tattoo. You're like, okay, let's position stars in a similar way.
Yeah, she has it like everything.
She had Rihanna. I know the celebrity stuff. Rihanna had stars down her neck like balloon, so that was a thing.
What was it?
Stars, just bigger, smaller. Then that other lady, I think she was Cheryl Cole or something. She had something there. Everyone wanted. Then Lily Allen had the shh thing. Everyone wanted shh there. David Beckham's sleeve, we had like every week, like I want a sleeve and bringing same.
It's like
I think,
doom.
I think it was starting with roses here, and we're like, okay, let's build up from the shoulder, from the bigger pieces, and everyone was like, can I start from here? Because you know it's easier to show off. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what else of the famous stuff? Now it's more, I think, from celebrities jumped into that thing. What's famous on internet? Because everyone's following the tattoo pages and all that. So
Yeah, the
once there comes
Instagram
out a sleeve with a timepiece and the stairs and an eye, everyone wants the eye, the stairs, the time of their birth and stuff like that.
Amazing. Again, like, you can do whatever you want. I don't recommend people copy things, because it's always nice to just come up with your own. But it's not.
Have to thank hipsters for making traditional tattoos a thing now, so you can do more of them. I'm waiting for somebody to bring tribal up to the thing, because I want to color people in just black.
I was talking to my friend. I was saying maybe 90s now is gonna come back.
I will.
90s colorful crazy.
I think everyone with the small faded tribals will redo them and add roses to them. You know,
it's already happening in America. A lot of people make tribals in their flesh sheet, like a small one. It's like,
but I think if you already have a small faded tribal tattoo, just redo it and add rose.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think tribals. Maybe tribals get popular as that small tribal, like a symbol of that past we had.
Copying tattoos. Copy and reference. I think it's a big difference when you just copy straight on, or somebody comes in with somebody else's piece and they're like, okay, I'll use this as a reference, I'll do my own take on it and see what happens.
Yeah, it's always better not to copy, but if you copy and you have a reason why you copy it. And I think if you copy, maybe just write it down where you got inspired by, or
if you
duplicating it or whatever. Just
if
show respect.
If you want to show it,
Yeah, show respect for the artists who put heart and time in it, and maybe you're gonna make some of them less.
Then obviously it's a good idea not to be a dick, because there's a lot of people who are influenced by bigger people, and as an artist I don't think you should be upset that somebody wants something that somebody else had, because they're not into tattoos. They may be into that person, they're big fans of them, they want to look like them and all that. So
the same with Jesus.
Not everyone needs that original piece. Somebody are happy just having that exact one. It's done a million times. It's not original piece.
Fuck.
But customer is customer sometimes as well.
Yeah, totally. So next.
As an artist, I think if you post something on the internet, don't be surprised that it's used.
Yeah. That's like, obviously. People steal not only tattoos, but everything that's on the internet. It's not only your tattoo, amazing tattoo, that's stolen.
If you didn't know, internet is not only for porn. It's for
What?
It's for pictures, for stories, for references.
I should reschedule my calendar.
What? Why did I buy this new phone?
Fuck, I should fucking sell my TV then.
If you someone who had the first original piece,
don't show yourself on picture photo cameras.
Or make a photo shoot, post it everywhere, say this is me, I was the first. Like do a big watermark, I was the first. And then everyone will know that, like, oh, that person.
For me, already the idea that I was the first, knowing that I was already satisfied. No matter how, there is people. I had experience that some. Look, we have actually the same idea. I'm not saying you stole my idea.
Oh,
we just got lucky. Look, and we are still friends, But someone would take this as, oh, you faggot.
Yeah, I thought, like, my idea was, I'll get Centipede, because...
That's the only thing that fills out the day.
No, I was like, I hate that bug so much, so I will get it tattooed, so I will look at it and kind of...
So funny that it's the same place. Different artists, same place. It's not even copied, it's just the idea.
The manager in Hammersmith had, I think, in the same place, the Moth
Yeah. So, I mean, how many people with roses or mandalas here on the elbow? It's insane.
I saw a sticker with like loose lips sink ships. I was like, that's a cool thing. I got it tattooed. Then somebody told me that sticker was some advertising agency and that's their slogan. I was like, okay, so I'm advertising advertisement company.
Yeah, man. Move on.
Eye in a triangle. Never seen before. I'm the first one on planet Earth.
Fucking conspiracy. This is.
I got a Icelandic magical stave tattooed, which is Icelandic magical stave.
What are you talking about?
This one.
Oh.
Who was the first one who made that design? Who am I copying?
Fucking.
Who should somebody refer to?
Open a Bible. Yeah, man.
But that's only tattoos I have. So, I don't know.
This is how it is. This is what exactly we're talking about. If you think you're original, look at us. We have probably many of designs you created and we stole it from you.
I'm a thief. I'm a fucking pirate. I'll be like,
Yar, yar, give me, yar.
if somebody will say I made it, this is original, I will steal it. I will make it so bad. I will have it copied on myself and then I will tell somebody to have it so it's at least two of people walking with the same thing around.
Make them suffer. Make them post these.
But I think I want to change my tattoo name to like Google Tattoos.
Google Tattooer.
Yeah. And if somebody comes in with some idea and if I can't find it on a Google, I'm not doing it.
I have idea. Your tattooer name should be Googler.
Googler. Googlist.
Googlist.
Juris Googlist.
Googliter. As you can see, this is not our first. So, so where are we now?
We're done.
We pointed everything.
Yeah.
Super nice. This was like frustrating this episode. I hope Mayweather with Connor will have. This is how you talk. Talking shop talk. God damn it.